Scorpio, the Scorpion. Here's your reading for August 15th to the 31st. As a reminder, guys, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Also, remember to watch your sun, moon, and rising sign. And from those videos, or those readings, also take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Put the pieces together and apply it to your unique situation. If you would like to book a private reading, please see the description box where there is a link available and information upon how to obtain a private reading. And also, when you book a private reading, everything in terms of the spreads and the messages will and are guaranteed to resonate with your unique situation. Also, guys, I normally use Skype for my private readings, or I should say for your guys' private readings. I'm also on Facebook as well now, so we can use Facebook Video Messenger as well. It's another option. Also, if you would like to skip the rest of the intro and the shuffling and things of that nature, please see the comments section of this video for a timestamp pinned comment by me, Intuitive Perceptions, with a timestamp there to skip everything in terms of the intro and the shuffling and things like that, to get straight into the reading as to how you come into the reading, the card, okay? Let's go ahead and bless the deck, and then we'll get started. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede into this reading to provide Scorpio with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant to be. Okay, Scorpio, we're coming into the reading with the Sun card upright. Very nice. Scorpio. Okay. I just kind of want to open your reading up with saying this. You come into the reading with the Sun card. Beautiful card to come into the reading with. But as I glance over all the other cards here within your spread, I just want to ask you, who are you happy for most, Scorpio? Are you happy for yourself? Are you happy for someone else or other people? Now I know that, we can say that we are happy when we see other people that we love happy. Of course, I'm not denying that, that fact or that aspect. But we cannot necessarily be completely happy for other people or have the vigor or the energy, like the Sun card, to be happy for other people when we're not. Now, the reason why I'm asking you this, Scorpio, is because I want to start over here, then we'll move over to this and it'll make more sense like that. So we have the Six of Cups, Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands, Chariot reversed. Okay. So, we've been thinking about the past. Cool. At least it's not in reverse. When it's in reverse, it's usually not a great thing. But we're thinking about the past. Always great to go back to the past and just kind of understand, what happened. That's the only thing that we can really... The past is there for a reason. That's how we compare as to what's going on now. We use the past as a comparison. Cool. But I'm starting to kind of get, Scorpio, like, there's some regret. Because It looks like there's a lot of battles fought, which is okay. But these battles, though, I'm not saying bad came out of it, but why do we fight them? Are we fighting them for other people? Are we fighting them for, okay, are we fighting them in hopes that the other party or the other situation or other circumstance will appreciate us for it? I'm also starting to kind of pick up here, like I said, regret. Like you kind of think like you owe someone something from the past. Or maybe you're looking at it like, oh, well, you know, in the past they were there for me and I want to be there for them. I mean, of course, by all means. But why is the chariot in reverse? That's what's questioning me here. That's what's making me question your judgment, right? Or your conviction, your scruple for doing this. I feel that this happiness is, I'm not saying that it's fake completely, because I don't think that it is. But I feel like there's a double, it's like a double entendre, like a double meaning to it. One part of you feels happy because, like I said, you made other people happy, that and you enjoy that, of course. But it's not making you happy. The chariot in reverse can be, you know, it can signify losing control. Kind of like also like, you know, being at the beck and call of other people. That's why I'm saying I feel like there's some making up, or you feel like you must make up to someone or to something. We have the Eight of Wands here and then the Nine of Wands. Okay, Eight of Wands being, you know, having a lot of vigor in terms of moving forward, in terms of having just a lot of energy to tackle whatever it is that you're trying to, you know, prevail over. But following the Nine of Wands, following the Eight of Wands, right? The Nine of Wands can also, I mean, it can mean, let's start there. It can mean like being almost there in terms of a goal. Just pushing forward just a little bit more. But the Nine of Wands can also mean, on the contrary, kind of fighting so many battles to the point where you're very tired. Which kind of, I mean, I don't want to say, I kind of want to renege on what I was, or how I stated it in terms of on the contrary. But regardless, it's being extremely tired and seeing all those wands behind you and being happy for them, of course, because all the battles that were fought, right? But at the same time, it's hard to carry on like that. And it's when we exert too much or we give too much of ourselves. That's when we start to, that's why we're tired, right? And that's why I believe that the chariot is in reverse here. Are you losing control in terms of being happy for yourself, but also having the energy to move forward? 8, 9, right? What comes next? The Ten of Swords. I'm sorry, the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is just carrying the burden. Because having a lot of vigor and working towards something, being extremely tired, but then sometimes that I'm, like I said, or I sometimes say, I'm sorry, ambition can be very debilitating. And I feel like that's what's happening here. Next is the Ten of Wands. That's just carrying the burden. That's just carrying it all the way up to wherever you're trying to carry it to. It becomes too much. It becomes very heavy, very heavy laden. And I believe that that's what God and Spirit is trying to tell you here. Like, look what's going on. You could be dealing with the Cancer. That's all I really see so far. Sometimes I consider the Sun card Leo. Could be possible. But I feel like you are already tired because the Chariot is not moving, or it's in reverse. It's not moving forward. There's a halt. I believe you're already seeing this and you're feeling this. Now imagine when the Ten of Wands comes. Debilitating ambition. I really feel like that. And I feel like that's why the Sun card is here too, because it's like there's a part of you that does like this, or not like the overexertion. Is just helping other people. But we have to learn when to cut it off. We have to learn when to say, okay, I mean, I'm here to assist you, but I'm not here to do it for you, type of thing. Because getting to or having the Ten of Wands come up after, in synchronicity or chronologically, that's not your burden to carry. Because I don't think that you would carry all that much of a burden if it was maybe for yourself, because really it wouldn't turn into a burden. It wouldn't feel like a burden. But I feel like that's what's coming next. Things aren't moving now the way that you want them to. Let alone when the Ten of Wands comes, and you actually have to carry all of those wands with you to your establishment, to your place as to where you want to be. Now, moving over here, I feel, Scorpio, like you're going to have to take that leap of faith. And this leap of faith entails looking at your circumstances, looking at what you're doing. Because I feel like you need to use some of this happiness and some of this vigor towards making yourself happy. And don't feel selfish about that. It's okay. But it's when we do it accordingly, or we do it respectfully. And I feel like that's why the Page of Swords is here and the Ace of Cups. Because it starts with the emotion. It starts with what you need and what you require and how and what you're offering up. The Five of Cups in reverse could mean, has, every card has a lot of reasons. I mean, a lot of meanings, and a lot of readers, attach their own meanings to it. I look at the Five of Cups as being something as, well, one of the reasons, let's say that, let's start there. One of the reasons that the Five of Cups I kind of feel is, coming out of a period of feeling lonely, coming out of a period of feeling hopeless, coming out of a feeling or a moment of, like things just being tumultuous, coming out of it, rising above. Cool. But the Five of Cups in reverse sometimes as well could, mean like regret a little bit too. Because, when you, how can I say it? But feeling regret in a sense, like apologetic. And when I say apologetic, like kind of needing to make up. I feel like that's where the Six of Cups is here, like revisiting the past too much. And thinking about what happened in the past in terms of who helped you or what went on. But I feel that in order to come out of this period, the Five of Cups upright, to come out of that despair and to come out of that carrying that burden, right? You're going to have to be honest with yourself, and you're also going to have to be honest with other people. And it's going to be tough to be honest with these people over here, where whoever's involved in this, or the circumstance that's involved in this. And it's going to take understanding, not just of other people and how they'll react, but also understanding of yourself and what you need and why you are continuing to carry this burden. I mean, this doesn't mean a burden. When I say that, when I'm saying burden, I mean the next one to follow, which is 10. But I'm feeling some apprehension here. I'm feeling like there's like a debt owed. Or you feel as though there's a debt owed. Okay? What's the debt though? And repaying this debt, right? And if you are actively doing that, where's it getting you? You know? Things aren't moving the way that you need them to or want them to. And why aren't they doing that? That's why I'm questioning the Sun card upright. I normally wouldn't look at the card like that, or as being somewhat elusive to how you feel. So I'm saying why I kind of feel like it's like I said, it is genuine, I feel, but it's a little bit manufactured. It's almost like if we cut the card in half. And you want to come out of this period, or you don't want to be sad anymore, and you don't want to, I mean, who does, right? It's a lot of like, yeah, I'm feeling it. It's very burdensome, or it's starting to become. You can't carry that around. Because maybe we may need to walk away. Also, the Chariot in reverse can also mean, being okay with not being in control. Because when we're trying to be too much in control, it can become a burden. And this is being in control, but not really. It's being honest. There's a difference, right? Being in control and being honest. When we're being honest, we are being in control a little bit. We're just being in control of our emotions a little bit. And therefore, what's to come, comes. But being honest is being true to yourself and also being true to the other people that this is involving, or whoever is involved in there. And you may just need to walk away. This is leaving 8 of Cups, just not being emotionally fulfilled. This is not making you feel very emotionally fulfilled, even though there is a part of you that is. I think that's why the Ace of Cups is here. You're going to have to go back. A lot of signs got that theme this latter half of August. Like, go back. See what happened. Go back. 6 of Cups. Go back. Don't be afraid to go back. And don't be afraid to take the necessary steps that you need to take in order to continue on. Because when we don't go back and we at least view it, right, and see it for what it really is, or what it really was, we continue on in the same pattern. Tower reversed. Are we trying to avoid a disaster? Are we trying to avoid something that is inevitable? The Tower reverse means that to me, which I relay to you guys. What's to come is what's to come. Like the 10 of Wands, what's to come is a product of your decisions and your choices. Good or bad, right? But if we avoid talking to ourselves and being honest with ourselves, and we just put the mask on and, okay, don't do anything half-assed unless you're willing to be half-happy. And I really think, Scorpio, that that's kind of what's going on here. Now, I'm not, I don't want you to think that this is a bad reading or like I'm trying to beat you up, because I'm not. I can see that the intention's in the right place. But what's the conviction behind it? Is it completely honest? Does it correlate to your true self? I don't know. I don't think that it does. I mean, Nine of Cups in reverse. That's not being emotionally fulfilled either. I mean, if we're trying to avoid a disaster, yes, we want to avoid it, of course. But why, how can I say this? If we avoid it, is that making you happy as well? Trying to avoid all the work and all the effort invested into it? Probably not. Because we're fighting for something that we don't want to happen. So we're fighting for something that we tend to not really care about it. We lose interest in it, right? We lose vigor in it. And pretty soon, Scorpio, we continue on with this endeavor. We're not going to be happy, and we can no longer convince ourselves that we are happy completely. You're going to have to take a leap of faith. Star card in reverse. Could be dealing with an Aquarius, probably. Possibly. It's a loss of hope. And also, the star card in reverse can also mean like a loss of or not wanting to be vulnerable. Which I get it. I understand. It's not easy, nor does anyone really want to be, because then when you're vulnerable, you kind of have to be honest with yourself. You have to see that those things that are there for a specific reason. And that's not easy. I don't blame you. Maybe your spiritual mission may be distorted. Starting to maybe feel like, you're in despair or discouragement. But you won't be, right, with the Five of Cups in reverse. If we have to start from somewhere, start to understand where the emotion comes from, and then we'll be able to communicate in a different manner. Maybe starting to feel disengaged and uninspired with life or components to or of your life. Is this starting to become, that sense where when that person calls, or you call that person, it's like, ugh, that comes out, that sigh. I feel like a loss of faith a little bit too. See, let's pull a Jesus card. Let's see what's going on. See what he has for you. So we have right here, pray always, Luke 21:36. Let's see, I want to pull another one for you. So, your faith hath saved you, go in peace. Luke 7:50. It's funny, Scorpio, how the card ended up being about faith, the second one. That's why I wanted to pull another one. I kind of felt like we weren't really getting, I mean, this is correct, don't get me wrong. But it was just kind of like, and I didn't feel like we were getting enough from the Jesus cards here. Your faith hath saved you. Saved. Past tense, right? You need to have faith in trusting yourself. Because it doesn't say faith has saved us or them or, something like that to that effect. you. So you can go in peace. And the Star card upright is all about peace. But when it's in reverse, it's not. It's not about having peace because you don't have peace within yourself. Because you can achieve it. It's just going to take some work and some time and some effort. And it includes praying always. It's not necessarily, yes, it's about actually praying, of course, you know, or the physical manifestation of it. But it's more about the consistency of it. You need to be consistent in having faith in yourself. Because when you don't have faith in yourself, Scorpio, yeah, you can fight other people's battles, but hey, I mean, you're going to lose the hope and you're going to lose the you're going to lose the fight with yourself. And then you'll start to then lose the fight with the other people. And then it just becomes a shitstorm, like, you know? I don't need to do this, but whatsoever you shall ask the Father in my name, he will give it to you. John 16:23. Whatever you shall ask. So you have to ask for it. You have to know that you... But Scorpio, you have to ask for it, but you have to actually know that you want it. And that you deserve it. Because there's some things that we must ask for that we don't have. But looking at your cards here, are you denying asking for it? You have to start from somewhere. We can't do it all on our own. Because if we could, we wouldn't need or have God and have spirit. We wouldn't have all of that. So what are we doing? Sometimes we have to ask for it. Okay, Scorpio, I think that was your reading. It's pretty good. We'll see you in September or any other random video I put out. Okay, ask and be strong and believe that you actually get it. Okay, check out John 16, Luke 7, and Luke 21.